So today is Sunday. I could not wait for church to begin. I had planned on attending the United Pentecostal Church in Mexico. Unfortunately, that fell through, issues with hospitality, etc. But not to worry. I give God thanks for the technology. I was able to attend the church virtually at Calvary Tabernacle United Pentecostal Church. That's my home church. Totally enjoyed the service, enjoyed the presentation from the children, the moderator, the testimonies, the message. Beautiful to see my pastor back at our home church. He was on vacation, Pastor Barrington Gale. It was good to see him looking refreshed. I give God thanks that he was able to take that break. Now, after church, I decided I want to get something to eat, so I walked across to the plaza. There is a plaza across from the yellow Capsule on Boulevard Cumbres in Cancun. That plaza hosts Walmarts and a number of other facilities, including Fridays, otherwise known as TGI Fridays, a steakhouse, and different businesses. I decided I would try something at Fridays. The rib sample that I got was excellent. The burger, not so good. The burger meat was not well done, and I did not really enjoy that. But the fries were good. The ribs were excellent, succulent, tender, very, very good. Now, as you can see, this is a beautiful lake. It's a man-made lake between the access and egress to this part of the town. And I recognize that the streets are paved with concrete. I'm looking at the streets and I'm saying the government of Jamaica could learn so much from them, because there was no crack, there was no pothole. It was just a perfect surface as I walked along the entire stretch. Walked over to the plaza, went into Walmart. I was not sure whether or not I would be prevented from making a video, and so I sort of just snuck out my camera from time to time. So you're not going to see all the prices on the items in Walmart, but what you will see is that the store was well stocked. The funny thing I noticed is that the fruits were really oversized. I'm not sure if they are GMO, but even the papayas, the average size of a papaya I saw was about 4 or 5 kgs, and I've never seen papayas so big. The pineapples were huge as well. Got myself some bananas and some apples, some Goya apples. I like Goya apples, but I did not bother to take the papayas because they did not look organic at all. I like organic fruits. The prices of the goods in Walmart, and these are goods that are comparable to what you will get in Walmart in the United States, the prices were high. I don't know if this is a result of the tariffs, but I was quite surprised to see how expensive the items were. Some items were not so bad. I will show you what I got. I got some bananas, I got some apples, a couple of juices, a pack of granola bars. I think that's pretty much it for $10 US. That's just over 200 Mexican pesos. If you're coming to Mexico, it suits you as soon as you can to change out some of your US into Mexican pesos. The challenge you will face is that the cambio in the airport will offer you at this time, as at May 2025, 17.7 pesos per US dollar. Now, that is not an attractive rate, because when you go into some of the restaurants, those that do take the US, and most of them will not take anything above 50 US dollars. They will not collect their money out of 100 US dollars, not easily anyway. But they will give you rates between 18 and 19 pesos per US dollar, so that's a better rate. Some hotels will also convert the US at a higher rate than the cambio. So make sure you have pesos, because you'll find that sometimes when you go into some establishments, if the conversion rate is low and you are paying in US, then you will lose. So you have to make sure that you travel with some Mexican pesos, or at least get some changed out at the highest possible rate that you can get. So we are now in Walmart. You'll see that the setup is very, very similar to any Walmart store globally. There is a standard layout really for most Walmart stores. The uniformity is consistent, and you will realize that many of the products that you will get also in these stores, those products are very similar. The non-organic or GMO foods, they were a problem for me because I love organic fruits and vegetables. I love fruits, I love vegetables, so I really was looking forward to getting some organic fruits and vegetables in that Walmart store. Never mind, I will try to get to the market to see if I can get local farm produce in the marketplace. I will keep you abreast. I'll take some pictures, do some videos so that you can see the fruits and vegetables that are available in the local marketplace. Now, as I said to you, I was not sure if I'm permitted to use a video camera inside the store, so I really kind of just snuck a couple of pictures, a couple of shots. So you will not be able to see the price of most of the goods, but you will see some of the prices. These prices just divide it by 18 to 1, that's 18 pesos to $1, and you will have an idea as to the US price, and then you can convert that to your currency depending on where you are in the world. If you are in Jamaica, then you can multiply whatever you get in US dollars by 152 or $153 to 1. All right, so these are the products that they had. As I said, I got some bananas. The bananas looked good. They didn't look oversized. So I got some bananas. I got some apples as well. I got some juices, and I got some granola bars because, gotta eat healthy. We will see exactly what we'll see in the marketplace when we get to the local areas. So these are some of the products. I'm just gonna allow you to look at those as we move through the aisles to do our little shopping for the day. I got a small bottle of Equate 100 milliliter nail polish remover for roughly $1. That's not bad. It's about consistent also with what you would pay in Jamaica, but certainly more than what you would pay in most of the Walmart stores in the US, particularly Miami, New York, or North Carolina. As you can see, most of the grocery items, snacks, supplies, cleaning products, etc., that are available in the US are also available here in this Walmart store in Cancun, Mexico. I don't know how many persons are familiar with Dettol. I think perhaps persons who are from Europe and the Caribbean, you may be familiar with Dettol. If you are living in the US and you have a Caribbean background, you may be familiar with Dettol. I searched the entire store, Walmart. I searched the pharmacy, which is in the same vicinity, and I could not find one bottle of Dettol or disinfectant. That was a surprise for me. I'm not sure why that was so. I didn't even see anything that looked like a substitute for Dettol, Savlon, or any form of disinfectant. And when you're in shared spaces, particularly when you have to use shared bathroom facilities, you want to make sure that you travel with your disinfectant, your Dettol, your Savlon, etc. So if you're coming to Mexico and you're going to be using a hostel or a shared facility, make sure that you travel with your bathroom sandals, preferably rubber sandals, and your disinfectant. Make sure that you travel with your Lysol wipes as well. I was fortunate to get that. My rubbing alcohol, lemongrass, peppermint, and so on, just to have that fresh fragrance, that kind of homely feel in the space that I was occupying. But I really like it here at the Yellow Capsule. The staff, they are extremely attentive, very hospitable, very helpful. Breakfast comes with the nightly rate. You can look them up online. Breakfast is included, and breakfast is really 2 eggs, 2 waffles, and a little piece of banana sliced up, nicely presented every morning, and it's filling. You can have tea, you can have coffee, depending on what your choice is, and usually they have fruit infused water available as well. It's a nice place, decent place to stay if you don't mind staying in a sort of hostel setting. I'll share another video showing you what the capsules look like. For me, it was comfortable enough. I have no complaints. The capsule that I stayed in was clean. Pillows were clean, the sheets were clean, the towels are clean, the bathrooms are maintained, the toilets are always clean. So I have absolutely no complaint there. And before you go into the capsule area, that is the accommodation area, you've got to leave your sandals or your shoes on the outside to walk barefooted or in socks on the carpeted area. So they minimize the transference of germs from outside going inside the capsule area, and I appreciate that. There are also some rules associated with the capsules. I'll share those rules with you in the other video about the Yellow Capsule so that you can make your decision. If you're going to be part of the team building retreats that I'll be organizing for 2026-2027, then by all means take a look at the Yellow Capsule as an option. You can also look at the LOL Ha Boutique Hotel. I did a video on that. You can take a look at that as well to see whether or not that is something that you would want to explore. The Yellow Capsule is more budget friendly than the LOL Ha, but the LOL Ha is more eco-friendly and much more quiet than the Yellow Capsule, which is right along the Boulevard Cumbres Highway in Cancun. So these are the papayas I told you about earlier on, and you can see the price there. Those are the apples. I got some apples. Those are the pineapples, and I'm taking you through the other products in the store. If possible, I'll do a screenshot of my receipt so you can have an idea as to the price that I paid for the items I got. There were lots and lots of eggs available, so no scarcity there. Peanut butter. Lots of snacks. So you can see some of the prices here, and you can do your conversion accordingly. As I said earlier, you divide the price there. Those prices are in Mexican pesos. You divide those prices by 18 to 1 so that you can see the US dollar equivalent for each item. I found the shampoos, conditioners, bath supplies fairly reasonable. At least reasonable in comparison to prices in Jamaica. right? These are a bit pricey. If you're coming to Mexico and you want to take gifts back home, it's highly unlikely that if you're on a budget, you're going to be shopping for grocery items or candies to take back home. You probably want to take tokens, souvenirs, craft items, that kind of memorabilia as gifts, because you'll find that the items in the stores are pretty expensive, generally speaking. When I speak of the shampoos, conditioners, and bathroom supplies being reasonable, I'm speaking about the prices for personal use, but not necessarily to take them back home, because you may find that it's not worth it, especially if you have to pay customs duties to clear a lot of those items if you're taking back quite a bit. So we're now on the outside. I need to get some food, just giving you a sneak preview of the rest of the plaza. The Hampton Inn is a pretty popular hotel across North America. There is a Hampton Inn hotel right here in Cancun. That's it ahead of us right there. And of course, Fridays. In Jamaica, we have TGI Fridays. There is one of those restaurants right here in Cancun. Let's see what they have available. On this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm getting for your daughter.
Gracias.
Okay.